Hello, St. Helena Primary School students. This is going to be a short video that's going to remind all of us and for our new friends, teach you about how we organize all of the equipment on the playground at our school. So we're starting a new year. It's 2024. One of our New Year's resolutions is going to be to keep our playground equipment organized so that we know where it goes. We know where to find something if we decide we want to play with it. And we're a little bit more responsible with it so that we don't lose so much equipment. And then we're sad because we have to order more and wait for it to come. So let's remind ourselves and teach our new friends how we organize things at our school. First of all, the kindergarten and TK cart, if you play on this side of the playground, as many of you do at other times of the day, we're trying to color code the balls, and until as long as we have them, the TK and the kindergarten students will have 3 red bouncy balls and 2 orange basketballs. And if it turns out that you need more balls, we're going to try to make sure that they're those colors. That way, you know where to return those balls to. And if for some reason a red bouncy ball or an orange basketball makes it over to the other side of the playground, the older kids know to give those balls back to the other side and make sure that our TK and kinder friends have something to play with. Remember, at the end of recess, you're always going to put these balls back in this yellow cart so that you have them ready for the next recess. The other thing I want to say to all students about the bouncy balls, especially, is that we are not kicking them. There's 2 reasons. You can probably think of more than 2, but I'm thinking of 2. One is for safety. We don't want anyone to get hit on the head with a ball because that would hurt. Number 2, a lot of balls were getting kicked over the fence or getting kicked into the trees and getting stuck. And guess what? We don't have new balls to give you. We have to buy more and order more, and it takes time to get them. We were losing a lot of balls because kids were kicking them. So we are saying for safety reasons and for making sure that we're responsible because we know we want to have balls to play with, we are not kicking any of the bouncy balls. Okay, moving on. For our other students that play on the other side of the playground, we are going to have 4 brown basketballs, just the regular traditional color, I call it a brown, in one of these white baskets that is right next to our basketball hoop. You play with those basketballs in that spot. If you get tired of using a basketball, you put it back. We don't take them to other parts of our campus because we could drop it and let go of it and get bored with it, and then it would be lost and we wouldn't find it. So these basketballs are for playing basketball, and we use them at the basketball station and then return them to the white basket when we don't want to use them anymore. Okay, the bouncy balls. We're trying to keep track of these, friends. Right now, we have 2 green bouncy balls. We can add more if we see that more kids want to play with them. We are keeping the bouncy balls at the ball wall. Mrs. McCornack has taught you all how to play ball wall, and this is where you can use the bouncy balls. Again, we are not kicking them because many times they got kicked over the fence and we lost them. We did not get them back. So we're going to be responsible and be safe, and we're just going to use our hands with those bouncy balls and play with them at the ball wall. Please don't take them over to the field because, again, they end up getting left on the field and getting lost. We have other balls you can use on the field. The hula hoops and jump rope. Right now, this station has been moved to this large 4-square area under our shade structure. Mrs. McCornack has some other games she's putting out in the morning at the 4-square and the underhand toss. So we're going to keep our ball cart with the hula hoops and the jump ropes right here. When you're done using a jump rope, you can just hang it back on the cart. When you're done using a hula hoop, you're just going to put it back on the cart. Again, friends, this is your area of where you can use this equipment. We don't want you taking it other places because we saw what happened when people did that. We found jump ropes in the bushes. We found hula hoops on the field. We can't expect Mr. Dave to go around at the end of the day and pick up all your toys. We are keeping them in this spot. Again, put them back on the cart when you are done. Moving on to the field. You can do lots of things on the field, like hang out, play tag, explore, look for gophers, and you can also play soccer. We have 2 soccer balls right now. That seems to be all that we need. Remember, you always put the soccer balls back in the basket. We don't need to bring the soccer balls onto the blacktop. We can't kick the soccer balls on the blacktop. When we blow that 3-minute warning whistle, that is also your signal to put those soccer balls back in the basket. Remember, there are 2. So it should be your goal. If you want to have soccer balls to play with at the end of every recess, you should do a little check. Do we have 2 soccer balls? Yes, we do. That means you've been super responsible. Okay. Sometimes friends like to use these walking cups, and these were things that we were finding all over the school. So the designated spot for the walking cups is this other 4 square area that is closer to our TK Kinder side. You can see over here that we have the cones, so you'll notice this gray box in that 4 square area, and that is your area where you can use the walking cups. If you get tired of using them and you decide you want to go do something else, we ask that you put them back in the gray box. We also ask that you not stack those cups on top of each other, because what happens is they get stuck together and it's really hard to get them apart, and then we can't use them. I think that is all we have, friends. So thank you so much for being so responsible with all of our playground equipment. And remember, we have to buy new equipment when we lose it, and we don't always have time or money to buy new toys when we lose them or they break. So it is all of our responsibility to make sure everything gets put back in its spot. And I think that we will find that we will have our playground equipment for a much longer amount of time. Thank you, friends.